What's going on, guys? Haven't done a rebuilding video in quite a while, so I'm going to do one today. And I am doing the Phoenix Suns, a team that desperately needs a rebuild in real life, as they have a lot of issues. They're not very good this year, and even their owner is going on against the team. You know, Robert Sarver blaming millennials. I don't know if you follow that, but you can check it out somewhere. Just Google Robert Sarver millennials. So I'm starting off with some trades, and I don't need Brandon Knight, and I don't like Tyson Chandler either. So I'm just trying to get a decent shooting guard at this point. So I pick up Avery Bradley and David Lee as well. David Lee is pretty much there to match up salary, I feel like. I don't know exactly why I had him, but I'm trading away Mirza Televich and PJ Tucker, as I don't need either. And I pick up Taj Gibson in the meantime, and some rookie that doesn't really matter. And I'm trying to get rid of David Lee and Markieff at the same time, because Markieff is essentially pointless. And I pick up Kenneth Faried and Wilson Chandler, two of my favorite players to play with in this game. But I want to give away Wilson Chandler, as I have more faith in TJ Warren. And I pick up Marcin Gortat, and I don't know who else I picked up, but Gortat, bringing him back to Phoenix, and that was when he was at his best a few years ago with Steve Nash. So why not try to bring the good things back with him? So for me, I really didn't know how I was going to do this rebuild coming in terms of what my first season is, because usually my plan is always the same past the first season. Try to sign a couple big free agents, make a lot of trades, and then improve from there. Except I didn't know. Usually I have some sort of idea what I'm going to do before I start, in terms of what I'm going to do with the first season. If I'm going to try really hard, maybe try to win the championship the first year, make it deep in the playoffs, because I've done that before. I believe last year with the Bulls, I won back-to-back champions in the first and second year, and I recorded that because I never did that before, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so I didn't know, and we're floating around 500 for most of this year. And the whole thing with the Suns is they're a complete mess right now, because of a lot of personnel and chemistry issues, where Markieff Morris is really pissed about his brother being traded away still, or I don't even know at this point. He's just very mad. So I thought it'd be better if we move on from him and just get some young pieces in return. And that's why you saw me get Kenneth Faried. And Marcin Gortat is a little bit younger than Tyson Chandler, I believe. And I believe I like him a little bit more because he is more skilled. He's not as athletic, but he can score an offense pretty well. An alright defender and an alright rebounder. And in terms of shooting guard, I picked up Avery Bradley, so I have a true defensive backcourt with Bradley and Bledsoe. And right there, when I simmed the season, that was actually at 2x speed. So that's how slow this game is. So looking at these things, and Tim Duncan actually won 6th Man of the Year, which I was really surprised by, as well as DeAndre Jordan got traded to the Thunder. But nothing really super surprising. At least I don't care too much. I was just looking at it again, looking who made the All-NBA teams. Nothing too surprising. No one like insane in there, but Bledsoe actually makes it for my own team, and he puts up some decent stats, about 18 points and I believe 11 assists, which is really nice by him. And on the defensive teams, Bledsoe makes it to the All-Defensive First Team as well. There's just a lot of injuries you can see with the little plus signs. And I don't believe I have any guys on the rookie teams, but it doesn't really matter to me. And I just saw Boban Marjanovic, and let me just say, he's always a steal to pick up in free agency. So we ended up making the 6th seed somehow. And I really didn't have any faith going up against the Thunder, then the Warriors, and whoever. So I simmed the season. My Trailblazers ended up winning it with Damian Lillard winning Finals MVP. And so here are some retirees. Tim Duncan actually always retires after the first season, it seems like, and he's always the highest rated, with Manu right behind him, which is pretty funny. So there's a lot of coach retirings right there. 5 guys in the Hall of Fame as well. But anyways, we're going on to our free agents, and I'm going to take up TJ Warren and Cristiano Felicio. Actually, yeah, just those two. If there are team options, and I don't care about the other 2 guys, I can pick them up. So I'm going to sign all these guys to small contracts. I didn't show it because I thought it'd be kind of boring just to watch me just press X a few times. So I'm trying to pick up LeBron, which I believe the Suns tried to a few years ago, but don't have enough money. So even though I don't like Hassan Whiteside in real life in terms of what kind of player he is, I think he'd be a good addition to this team, so I try to sign him, but we don't know if you're going to get him or not. And then Boban Marjanovic. So he's a 78 overall, and you can usually pick him up because he's an unrestricted free agent, as you see right here. And unfortunately, we were not able to get Hassan Whiteside, as he signed with a different team. But I want to sign Ramon Sessions. I usually do very well with him. He's a very good mid-range scorer in this game, I believe. He's about an A, which is very good. And Boban, he's just massive. So I send Eric Bledsoe to perimeter shooting, something he needs. For big man offense, I said Kenneth Faried, just to help him out a little bit. So I'm simulating another season, and just about my things, I think I'll do a little bit better right now, as my starting lineup, if I can remember off the top of my head, is Bledsoe. Wow, I already blanked. Bledsoe, Bradley, TJ Warren, who I like a lot in this game. He's a pretty good shooter, and he's a good finisher, at least in real life, and I like him as a player, and I think he deserves more minutes. Kenneth Faried and Marcin Gortat, and off the bench, I got Boban, who is an absolute beast in this game because he's 7'4", and the only guy who's taller than him that you can use is Simbular. Of course, Yao Ming is taller, and so is Sean Bradley and George Mershon, but you can't use him in MyLEAGUE. But the thing is, Simbular is so unathletic and slow, you can't use him. However, Boban, he's not athletic at all, but he can move decently well, and he's a pretty good scorer. Not as good as a rim defender, but he's 7'4", which is good enough for me. And I did have to pay about $8 million a year for him, but he's really worth it, especially as a sixth man. So we're going through this season. We're having a very good season at this point, about 37-21 as I'm looking right now. So we're doing pretty well. Second in the conference, as you can see in the top right corner, right underneath my name. And I'm pretty sure if you watch my videos, you notice my character changes all the time. I just change them quite often. I don't know why. You'll see that right next to the VC I have at 444. Going real off track. But anyways, looking at some awards. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year. Kevin Durant, MVP. Mo Williams, Sixth Man of the Year. Davis, Defensive Player of the Year. Zach LaVine, Most Improved Player. Good for him. And then Monty Williams actually makes it to the Thunder head coach. Anyways, so I'm looking if anyone else is on the All-NBA teams for my team. I believe they should be, as Eric Bledsoe actually is. And if you saw that really quickly, LeBron is on the second team, which is kind of surprising. Even more surprising, he's on the Nuggets now. Really didn't look at his stats right now. However, Ben Simmons, I think he will be Rookie of the Year this upcoming year, unless someone else comes out of nowhere. Just saying that right now to clarify. So we're going up against the Kings, and I'm simulating game by game. And we have a much better record than them, but you can't just risk it by simming a whole series. So now we're going up against the Timberwolves, and they're not better than us, but we're having real problems with them. So I keep on simulating more and more and more and more, and it ends up being a 3-3 series, I believe. Yes, right here. So I'm going to have to sim with Simcast because I'm too nervous I'm going to lose this. And it's a very tight game going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Well, not anymore. We're starting to pull away pretty comfortably, which I like to see by my team. And yeah, at this point, the team's a very comfortable lead that will lead us straight to the conference finals, which is very nice to do in our second season, especially when we're trying to do a full-blown rebuild. And as you see right here, we actually beat them by 21 points, make it to the conference finals, going up against the Pelicans, the 8th seed. Somehow, I don't think the Pelicans will be that good. I don't know, unless Anthony Davis becomes an absolute animal, but I don't know if I have that much faith in him. So anyways, guys, we're simulating, and the Raptors make the finals. Yes, the Raptors, the team I usually talk crap about because I don't like them at all. Anyways, so we're simulating this game, and we're having a little lead throughout the whole time, which is pretty nice for me because, I don't want to lose the conference finals after all of this work I put into this team. I mean, I usually cut off after 3 seasons, and this is only the second, so it's not too big of an issue. However, we're able to pull away and have a nice 21-point win once again. So we're going up against the Raptors in the conference finals. We have a better record than them, but they take a very quick 3-0 lead, which has never happened where you come back from 3-0 lead. And watch this. This is not edited at all in terms of what I'm doing. I didn't do any cheese for the finals right here, but I am coming back this game. I believe in myself. Maybe we can make it happen. We're away, but we are the higher seed, so we will get Game 7 at home. And I'm very nervous right here. It's very tight, very tight. I'm doing this little cheese where you pause on pause, pause on pause, pause on pause, because I feel like it usually gives you a point or two. So I'm jumping into the game. I can't lose this game. I'm not getting swept by the Raptors. So anyways, with about 37 seconds left, I come into the game, and I have Eric Bledsoe. Don't know what I'm doing, but TJ Warren, look at that A- from deep and A- from mid-range. I make that. And Kyle Lowry tries to go for a layup, but Gortat sends a nice outlet pass to Avery Bradley, who finds TJ Warren wide open for 3, making a nice open 3 to put us up by 3. Now, they do a stupid over and back with Steven Adams does that, and I'm just pissing them off with TJ Warren with a nice little dunk underneath. And as they miss a full court shot, we go on to Game 5, baby. Game 5, baby. Alright, that was a little reference to Zaza Pachulia, except it was Game 7, so I kind of hate myself right now. Anyways, as we're continuing on and on, I'm trying to win the series, of course. We have a decent, about 15-point lead throughout most of the game. Of course, it fluctuates down to about 6 at some points. However, this game's tied with 9 minutes left, and I'm getting kind of nervous because I don't believe in my team too much. For some reason, they seem to get injured very easily, but we end up winning by 10, and I see Sessions scored 19, I believe it said in the corner right there, which is pretty good for him. So we're on the road again, and the Raptors have very good fans, so I'm nervous about that. I don't know if they include this into the factors for 2K16. I believe they don't, but they should. I don't know at all. Anyways, so we're having a solid lead throughout the rest of the game, and I believe in my team, and we're starting to pull away once again. And are we going to win it? And yes, we win by 9. And so we're going to Game 7. Yes, Game 7 from a 3-0 deficit. So I'm simulating this game in Simcast, so I can show you the championship trophy if I win it. And actually, if I win it, this is the first time ever in the NBA. This has happened once in baseball with the Red Sox in 2004. I only know that because I was a Red Sox fan back then. I don't care about baseball too much anymore. Hockey, I believe it happens quite often. Football, there's no 7-game series, but this is the first time ever in the NBA it's ever happened. Coming back from a 3-0 deficit to win any series, especially the title. This is incredible. I mean, yes, the Red Sox did it, but that was not in the championship series. It was the American League Championship Series versus the Yankees, I believe. Look at Boban right here, putting down the power. That's why I signed you to a big deal, Boban. So we're winning by 24 at this point, if my math is correct. Yes, it is. And I'm just waiting for this game to be over. Whoever that is tries to go for a tip slam, number 30. I believe that's Chase Jeter. And however, we win by 24 in the finals, coming back from 3 down. And this is absolutely incredible. The entire team is celebrating. Everyone's going hype. This is incredible. The one thing I wish that 2K would do is have some sort of celebration before the game even ends. I mean, there's no way there's going to be a 24-point comeback in 37 seconds. Of course, Tracy McGrady at 13 and 31, but that was incredible. And you're not doubling pretty much that score in the same amount of time. Anyways, we win the title with the Suns in only 2 years. So you know what? Hire me as GM. I mean, this is super realistic, right, guys? Yeah, totally. Anyways, I did this. I mentioned they are having a lot of issues right now. One little Boban Marjanovic. There's little speckles all over the ground. As you see, Eric Bledsoe hoisting up the trophy, which means that he won Finals MVP. Good for him. I believe he was an All-Star once or twice in the simulation, not in real life. He should have been this year, but he got injured, which is pretty sad. And there we are. You saw the little Bill Russell action. So now we're going on to the rosters. You can check them out. Sessions, Marjanovic, TJ Warren, Booker, Gortat, Bledsoe, of course, Kenneth Reed, Avery Bradley, who didn't do too much of that game, some guy I don't know, Archie Goodwin, Cristiano Felicio, Ronnie Price, and Sonny Weems were my team. Nothing really too great or surprising. Let's go on to the Raptors team. I always show it. And right here, I was like, what the hell? Come on, 2K. Come on, 2K. Do you see that Alan Crabb and DeMar Carroll? Same exact picture. There's Chase Jeter right there, the guy who missed the tip slam. I looked at him because he looks so tall, but he's only 6'10", which is tall, but not super tall compared to most guys in the NBA. So there's the Finals MVP. Going to show you a little bit, but thanks, guys, for watching. Please give me a like down below. Comment what you thought about this video. Subscribe and share with friends if you want to. And of course, have a great day. Peace.